Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and I am at the gallery today for the Zodiac series. This reading is for Virgo, whose correlating major arcana card is the Hermit. This is the artist card representing you as the open vessel, ready to receive whatever source can draw from the well of infinite creativity. So Virgos, here we are, 2022, and a new year, a new spread. We are going to be experiencing a full moon a couple of days after these videos come out. So this spread, which is new, is all about that full moon, and it's called Full Moon Gratitude. I thought, what better way to start 2022 than with gratitude? So what we have here in this full moon gratitude spread, this first row is, in what area of life is my fullest creative vibration at this time? We're going to use the archetype cards for that, and then we're going to follow through with some clarifying with the Muse deck, new for me, loving it so far, and the cards of truth and the Lenormand cards. Second row, how best can I begin to tap this energy? So for that, we're going to use the Creativity Oracle. And then for the third row, this is what would help to acknowledge and release at this time. And for that, we're going to use the Soul's Journey. And then last but not least, we will look at a moon card and a star seeds card for whatever else source would like to share with us. Okay, so let's get started and take a look at this first row. In what area of life is my fullest creative vibration at this time? Ooh, the Mother card. Very interesting. Okay. Nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. Shadow side, smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Aw. Well, it's also a card that speaks about, obviously, nature and nurture and Mother Nature and Gaia and wanting that to take care of the world, if you will. All of that is wrapped up in this, and of course that's not always easy, it's not always pleasant, and it's always about giving. And you know, the real lesson or challenge in that is to be able to do that for yourself as well. So balance. Interesting Mother card. All right, we're going to just go a little further with that and check out the Muse card and find out where all of this vibration, this big, fullest creativity is for you at this time. If it is around mothering and you've got that big, full heart ready to share and help and do, and yeah, let's see where this is going. Two of Materials. So this Muse deck switches out the pentacles for the materials, which is basically the same thing, but they look at it slightly different. So obviously it's connecting something. It's the infinity, if you see that, wrapped around the roses there, and very happy in it, making great connections. And yeah, just bounding away and dancing and having a fairly good time with this. So it is about grounding too, in that the diamond suit is also the material suit. It's also the earthy suit. So it is all about well, balance, right? You can see that. And figuring out your to-dos and how to manage all of that and how to stay out of being overwhelmed. So a really nice card to put right here next to the Mother card. So we're starting to see now where your creative energy is at this time. You may be trying to figure out just how to maneuver through your days. If you are this busy in the caretaker role, it's not an easy life to be there. So rewarding, yes, but also very tiring, or it can be. So there's a whole lot of my thinking at the moment just coming to me that it's that nature nurture and how to keep that balance. That's where it looks like it's at right now. Okay, so let's look at the cards of truth. 9 of Hearts. This is an interesting card to get here as well. It kind of follows suit very nicely because the 9s are K2 energy. This is something that comes super easy to you, and it's from a past life, so it basically just feels like second nature for you to be doing this. The heart suits. So this is emotions. And interestingly, it is also all about the water, the Hanged Man, the Fool card. It is also the wish fulfilled, but it's through charity. So as you can see, it is really pretty ingrained for you, this nature nurture thing. It comes very, very natural for you to take on this role, but it has to it makes me wonder what your craft would be if it's very interesting here. Something for the world, something comforting and lovely and beautiful. Makes me think all warm and snuggly. That 9 of Hearts is a really nice card to get here, partly because it is something that you are to come to conclusion on. It's the rethink it card, because it's something that comes so easily that you're missing something within it. So time to take a second look, time to reconsider what you take for granted, right? What just seems to happen for you, and change that up a little bit, because there's something there that needs to shift, if you will, to tweak it. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to let it go, but what you're letting go of is how you're thinking about it now. So you're going to add something to it or change it up a little bit, and it's going to shift things for you so that you are going to be able better to find that balance that we're talking about. And it is the wish card, so this is really lovely to get here because it is a wish fulfilled in experience, if not in what is hoped for. So it's all right there for you. Very, very nice. All right, let's look at the Lenormand card. Ooh, what? Snake in reverse? Wow, okay. Yeah, when it's upright, it is not a nice card. This is somebody intent on biting you, right? It is not nice. It puts on the charm, and then when you turn your back, you're bitten. So, in reverse, I would read it as just maybe maybe you having a tougher time, or maybe not having time to do this. You are so busy at the moment, nurturing and taking care of everyone else, that it is actually biting you in the ass, right? It is you not having the time to do what you need to do for you. Not a moment to rethink a thing. Wow. Yeah, okay. You're making me think of a time when I was a young mother and everybody in the house was sick. It was just, everybody had the flu. And then I got the flu too, of course. And I had nothing I could do but to surrender, It was a tough week. But yeah, it's like, what do? You get through it. You understand that it is just a period of time, and it will end, it will shift, and you will have a window of opportunity to begin around taking care of yourself. So, wow. All right. Yes. Let's look at the second row and see how best you can begin to tap this energy. Because you can make it work for you, for your craft. There's something here that is going to come to light to take your work to the next level. Something that you can add and tweak and bring something really nice out of all of this. So, curiosity. Be spontaneous, wonder, move forward, look ahead, and stretch above your present circumstances. Well, that is a little bit of a tall order, but I guess if you can just be curious about what is happening, just pay that little bit more of attention, perk your ears up just that little bit more, look that little bit deeper into what's going on. Maybe that is your key to finding it. So, all these kitty cats. There is a thing about this card that is be as curious as a cat. Well, actually, be as curious as 3 cats. And it's all about just following that curiosity. And it will lead you to your answers, because in that it is a card that reminds you that there are worlds of wonder to be seen. And the simple and the commonplace with the unbiased eye can reveal deep secrets. But it takes you to do this thing, right? You need to have that curiosity. And actually, there's a lot of spirituality around this card as well, because it talks about having the curiosity about God and curiosity about goddesses, or just that nature of life here on Earth, that Mother Gaia business going on up here, and how you can just be so curious and discover so many amazing things. I'm going to put it face down so that you can enjoy the back of it here while we finish the reading. So, curiosity. Yeah, well, I do talk about curiosity killing the cat. I don't think that's the case here. So, yeah, just to be in that state of mind where you're open to the possibilities. Okay, let's take a look at this. Knight of Materials. So again, it's that earthy diamondness, like you, Virgo, that like to tick off all the boxes and have things in their place for everything and everything in its place. And nothing too different here with this. The Knight really is a working card, so this guy likes the day-to-day of the task of things. So again, it is fitting right in with this theme that we have going on here of the nature and nurture and doing this for everybody. You do find joy in the process of this. So yeah, the only thing that we see so far is just this Nine of Hearts and wondering what preconceived idea, notion, thought around your emotions did you bring with you to this life? Is it that you think this is how to love everyone best, but somehow missing the balance of taking care of yourself as well? So that is where that thinking needs to tweak. You know, the old story about putting the oxygen mask on yourself on an airplane so you can help others. Well, that would be very apt right here. So, okay, let's move on with this and see how you can tap into this energy. So far, we've got curiosity. Be curious about this. Emotional, something that needs to be tweaked. Do the work bit by bit. This card also talks about planting and what it's like to cultivate a field of beautiful whatever it is that you want to cultivate. So, you know, you got to till it, you got to put the seeds in, you got to cover them, you got to water it, you got to take care of them. There's this whole process. So if you take that process and look at it with a curious eye, you could probably start to cultivate, if you will, a different thought process about how you're taking care of yourself amongst taking care of everyone else. Are you shortchanging yourself anywhere? Are you getting the sleep you need? Are you forsaking something for you to nurture someone else that maybe should be nurturing for themselves? Interesting questions. Okay, let's look at the cards of truth. It's the Eight of Diamonds. So this is a great card for you to get here because this is solid self-validation in the most earthy way possible. The eights are all about knowing exactly who they are, where they're at, and how to get from A to B. It's all about Rahu, which is the eights. It's all about moving into the zones of what is possibly very curious, right? Very curious, very interesting, I want to explore that. I want to experience that. So it's a great card to have in this lineup because it basically is saying that, yes, do venture into this garden that you are tending and cultivating with all of this energy. Lots of energy with the Knights. Very, very good. Yeah, it is actually supporting the thought that this is the spot that needs the thinking in order to be able to tap into this abundance of energy around you and what you do. All right, well, let's see what this is. Ring. So it's a commitment. I do love it. A commitment to self, to explore, to take that time. It's also an introspection card because it is related to the Hanged Man. So when you get the Hanged Man card, it is about looking at something from a different perspective. I don't know how many times I'm going to end up saying that through this reading, but that is definitely where you are at right now, Virgo. But it's fun, isn't it? It is so interesting. It's time to get curious about you. Maybe those babies have grown up just enough, or the people around you have taken on just enough that you have learned to nurture and let them have their nature at the same time, giving the best attributes to this mother card that you could possibly want. And now it's time. You're getting freed up a little bit to find that balance for you. Oh, that would be so lovely if that's where this reading is headed. Okay, so let's look at the third row here and see what would help to acknowledge and release it this time. All right, Soul's Journey, health. Of course it is. Nature and nurture, health. Yes, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Oh, wow. Virgo, this is such a beautiful message for you. It is time. It is making room for you. The universe is making room for you. Wow. I mean, it is just so clear. This is really nice. All right, so the health card here is really just about that, treating yourself as well as you possibly can. The only other thing that I would add about this card, because there's this snake up here in reverse, and I'm not quite sure if that's you or possibly someone in your community that is trying to hold you back. It could just be your way of thinking around things that has you tethered to this, what would you call it, like self-defeat maybe, or tethered to not being able to get there from here. So, and unknowingly, because it's just something in your subconscious that is so concrete for you. You brought it here from past lives, so yeah. So anyways, the thing about this card is it does suggest some protection measures, such as carrying a stone in your pocket. Now, Virgos are very earthy. They are very by the book. They like to tick off all the boxes. So maybe do some research, see what stone speaks to you. I know I carry a moonstone for protection that, you can embellish your moonstone or any stone really with intentions. You just sit for a minute, hold it, and think about what it is that you want the stone to do. And it gives you that little extra reminding of what to look out for through your day. So not only to be having your antenna up around how you're, or in your process of nature nurture for everyone else in you, you will get that ping, if you will, on your radar that will tell you where to start looking. So yeah, you can carry a stone for that, for an opening of your subconscious or just that curiosity, and you can also carry one for protection to keep you out of harm's way. If you're going to be open to things, you want to be open to the good, positive side of things. So, all right, let's look at the cards of the Muse. 9 of Voices. So this is about sleepless nights and waking up in a bit of a anxiety or stressed, or they're all flags for telling you that something's off, that something is out of balance. You're perfectly safe, there's nothing that's going to harm you, yet the sleep pattern has been disturbed. And so that is soul, spirit, your guides telling you that something needs to be tweaked. Now, this is something about your health and well-being. So whatever it is that has that attached to that anxiety is what needs to be acknowledged and released. So the anxiety has something to do with this emotional thing that needs to be tweaked. So yeah, I would just say keep your antenna up, go about your day, and when it starts to happen, you will feel it. You will know. All right, let's look at the cards of truth here. King of Hearts. Love this card. It's not an easy card. This is saying that you're going to have to come forward and embody all of the grandfatherly, perfect way of taking care of others and yourself. This is the grandpa card. I call it Grandpa Walton because kings are decisive, and this is in the emotional realm. This is right exactly leading us back to this card saying that there's something that needs to be looked at. Kings are all about 7s, 8s, and 9s. They embody the empowerment of that, and the 7s are the tower moments, and you have to have this destruction, elimination in order to make room for something new and inspiring to come in. And that is where you get the 8s, where you are delving into uncharted territories in the emotional realm, and you're curious and you want to go in and you want to experiment and experience all that is in that Rahu. And then there's the 9s. It embodies the 9s, which is once you've done that, once you go into that Rahu and you figure out what it is about yourself that you want to add to your life, it will affect how you are living your life at the moment. And that is because of the 9s, something will tweak. You will take a step forward on your karmic path, and you will be all the smarter, wiser, more balanced for it. Beautiful awakenings. Lovely. And of course, that's the King of Hearts. He does that for the better good of all, including himself. They just know. So that's where you're trying to get here, just more of in this nobility of the king's behavior around an emotional, something that needs to get tweaked. Only you can understand what that is, because that's for you. But you will. If you don't know it already, just keep that antenna up. Get curious, like a cat. 3 cats. Do the work. Understand it's about you and your stability. Yeah. And what gets you up at night? If you are waking up at night and you are getting your messages with the moon, you can see how she's got the moon behind her head there. So, and not really sleeping very well. Then there's this one right down here, which talks about just taking a deep breath and realizing that you're safe. It's all good. It's just something that the universe is letting you know is time to tweak. All right, let's look at this last card here. And you got the Lilies. This is actually a pretty good card to get here, because in the row, it is a card that tells you that the future is bright, and it actually says lilies are white, green leaves surround, the outlook is bright, and passion will abound. It means good disposition. So you'll get there because it's close. If it were far away or in a different field, it wouldn't be as powerful. But you have it right here, right next to the king. And doesn't this guy look like a king, right? Yeah. So, wow, Virgo, very good. Oh, and best of luck to you on this emotional figuring it out. Very interesting. Giant step forward for you karmically. Love it. All right, so let's move on to the final message here. You and your loved ones are safe. Look at that. New moon in Cancer. Cancer, the home, the hearth, the family, the nurturing. Yeah. It's also about wearing the shell on the outside, protection, and keeping that softness protected. And you got surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Just taking time to just say thank you with gratitude for the moments that you get. So yeah, the new moon in Cancer, it also talks about how it is a new start in your private life. It's about moving forward with something special in your private life, that you can do it. And as you know, the crabs move sideways. They never move directly front or back. So it's going to be a little bit of a back and forth journey for you. But the thing you need to know about it is all that nature and nurture, and that you don't neglect yourself in your process. Just make sure that you are nurturing yourself as much as you are everyone else. I mean, basically, that is what this whole spread has been about for you. Nature, nurture. It sounds like you know exactly what it is. It sounds like you are ready for that tweaking of whatever this Nine of Hearts is about. And don't forget, it is the big wish card. You can wish for something here. And make sure you protect yourself with a grounding stone and something that you can embody with what you want and what you need. And carry it in your pocket. A coin, anything, whatever it is for you. It's good. Doesn't matter what. It's for you. Whatever you are feeling attached to. All right. Wow. Well, there you go, Virgo. I hope this has a nice message for you, and best of luck. And as always, happy creating.